Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. I have another Christmas video for you. Surprise, surprise. I hope you enjoy it, but before we get on with the video, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my sweet little Oliver. And if you're returning, we love you so much. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number 1. So I'm going to take this really big wood ornament sign from Hobby Lobby. It's originally $4.99, but I got it for 50% off, which is a deal because this thing is big. But I removed that hanger and then I painted the front and the back with Waverly chalk paint in the color ivory. After it was all painted and dried, I created this stencil from a design with Cricut Design Space, and I taped off a few areas on it that I don't want to be red, and then I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson and I dabbed my stencil brush all over it, and then I removed the painter's tape from that area that I had covered. And then I'm going to take my gold metallic Decor art paint. I'm just using a regular brush to brush it into those holes because I don't have a stencil brush small enough for that area. Then I'm just going to remove all of that stencil vinyl. And once I have the big chunk moved, I'm just going to take my little Cricut, what is that? My Cricut tool. I don't know what they call that. I can't think. But it's late at night and I'm tired, so I really can't think. But anyways, I'm just going to remove all the little pieces. And this sign, you guys, oh, I love the way this comes out. Anyways, I also created some, these are some starbursts is what I looked up in Cricut Design Space. And so I printed those off on some more stencil vinyl, and I'm just using my metallic gold over that as well, and then just remove everything just like I did with the Merry Christmas stencil. Now I took some washi tape from Dollar Tree and I created some little lines there, and I'm using my metallic gold to go over the small lines. Now I also did this on the bottom, but this thing is so big you couldn't see when I was doing this on the bottom, so I had to cut that part out. But I'm doing one strip of gold and then I'm doing a strip of red here, and then right above the red I have all those strips going up and down. I'm going to do gold in between those. And then I'm going to do the handle on the top gold as well. So you'll see all that. Now I did have a viewer ask me recently what washi tape is. And basically it's just, from what I know, it's just a small decorative tape. I like using it for making small lines. That's what I like to use it for. But I think people use it for like making cards or paper crafts, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to remove all of that tape, and then I added a little bit more tape because I wanted a thin gold line at the bottom of those vertical stripes there, and so that's what I'm doing right there. Then once that was all done, I took some of this gold, beautiful gold ribbon I've had in my stash for years. I'm going to make a bow just doing the awareness ribbon, scrunching it up in the middle, using some gold cord that I got from Hobby Lobby to tie it in the middle to hold it in place. I'm just going to tie a knot, cut off the ends, and I am taking forever in this, aren't I? Then I'm going to fold the tails in half and cut at an angle. That's called dovetailing if you're not familiar with that. It just gives it a little more decorative look on the ends of your bow. I took some of these cedar picks. Now I think I got these from Temu last year because I just ordered some from Temu and they look the same. So I think that's where I got them. But I'm just going to use my hot glue and I'm going to glue them on my sign, and then I'm going to glue my bow there, and that's all I did for it. I absolutely love this. I was in a vintage mood. I hope this looks vintagey. I absolutely love this. I hope you love it too. You have to let me know in the comment box below. Okay guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I know I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I love Christmas. I used to always tell my husband I should have been married to Miss to Santa Claus, because I would be happy living in the North Pole with Christmas decorations all over. Although, you know what, I changed my mind. I get tired of the snow. I don't really like the snow, but I like Christmas, and I like snow at Christmas. So if I'm decorated all year long with the Christmas lights, I might like the snow all year long. Nah, I wouldn't. Anyways, I still should have been Mrs. Claus because I love everything Christmas. I love giving gifts. That's me. So Mrs. Claus is who I am. But anyways, I always like to stop in here and say thank you to all my subscribers, because you guys mean the world to me. And I appreciate you all so very much. And if you are new and you enjoyed today's video, I hope you hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. I would love it and love to have you join us and comment and get to know you. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 2. So for this next DIY, I'm going to take this gold frame that I got from Dollar Tree recently. I'm going to remove the back. I was kind of surprised when I removed the wrapper from it. It doesn't have glass at the front. I was expecting some glass, but there was no glass. So after I removed everything, I took my Folk Art Antique Green, and I'm just going to paint around the edge. Now, it's a very decorative edge. I love it. I thought about maybe painting this black and going over it with my gold paint that I used, or some black rub and buff over it, but I decided to do this, and I'm so happy I did. I just love this one too. I love them all. Anyways, I'm just going to paint all of this with my green. And I don't know why I'm showing you so much of this. I'm sure you know how to paint. I was trying, I don't know why I showed you all this, guys. I'm sorry. But once I have that done, I took my gold metallic paint and just putting it on my finger just a little bit, and I'm just rubbing lightly over the detail just to help bring that detail out. And then I'm also going to do that along the edges, around where you see the little beads. I wanted to kind of go around the edge too, just to give it a little bit of a worn look, I guess is what you could say. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just going to do that and then let it all dry. It doesn't take long to dry it all. But while it was drying, I got these pictures from Temu. I know a lot of you don't like Temu, or some of you don't, but look at these pictures. These are gorgeous. They are so pretty. I am just, I couldn't decide. I had a hard time deciding which one to use because they were so pretty and I just love them. I'm really feeling vintagey, I guess. But anyways, I finally decided which one to use, and I'm just going to add some Mod Podge onto the front of this piece that goes into the frame, and then I'm going to let it dry. But it was really weird. It was drying with specks everywhere. It's kind of weird. I don't know. But once it was dry, I laid my paper on it and I put parchment paper over it to protect the paper, and then I'm using my heat press to reactivate that Mod Podge so that the paper sticks. Now, if you don't have one of these little heat presses, you can use an iron, but don't have it on steam. So once I was done, I just went over it with a light coat of Mod Podge just to help protect that picture, especially since there's no glass in that frame. So after it was all dry, I'm just going to put it back into the frame, and then I'm going to add the backing to it, and then just kind of take those little tabs and go over each side just to hold it in place. And then I'm going to take, this was a pick, or part of a pick, I don't know, it was in my stash. So I just removed, sorry, that stick that you just saw was my grandson trying to be funny. Trying to get his stick inside my shot. Oh my goodness, these kids. Anyways, I took that greenery, I glued it in the corner there, and then I'm just going to glue the berries, the bunch of berries there. I figured since there was holly and berries in the picture, this would be perfect. And this is all I'm going to do to it. It's just simple, but yet I love it. I just love it. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment box below. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have Kathy, who made this pretty pumpkin. I love it. It's so pretty. Thank you so much, And then Talitha, look at this. I love it. This is made out of tumbling tower blocks. That is awesome, Talitha. And then Renee has been busy. Look at all of these. And then she also has another one that's this mantle. She sent me a video of it. She sent me a picture and the video, but I wanted to show the video to show all the little details that she did on this. It's just amazing. And she made those little books or erasers. She just did an amazing job. And I just thank you so much for sharing this, Renee. It was just awesome to see all the little details, the little picture in it. Oh, it's just amazing. Thank you so much. You ladies are just amazing, and I appreciate it every time you guys send me pictures. I just love it. Okay, so if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 3. So for this DIY, I'm going to take one of these hanging signs from Dollar Tree. It has the bees on the front. There's 3 plaques there. I'm going to remove the staples and the hanger or the twine from the back. I'm going to use I use my heat gun a little bit with my, what is that, paint scraper to remove that bee. And then I'm just going to remove the paper. And I have to admit, this paper was a little tough. Even though there was a lot of paper hanging over the edge, it was not wanting to come off in very big strips. So I worked and worked, and I finally got the paper off of all 3. Then I just spritzed it all down with water. I let it wait for about 5 minutes, and then I scraped it all off. I'm going to take this paper that came from that paper pack, and I'm going to cut out. Now, I was hoping I could get 2 cutouts from 1 sheet of paper, but no, that wasn't going to happen. Luckily, I had 3 sheets of this paper, so I used 3 sheets. I traced out my plaques and then cut them out. Then I'm going to add my Mod Podge onto each picture and let it dry, and then I'm going to add my paper to the front. I'm realizing I am doing a lot of Mod Podge lately. I don't know. Are you guys tired of it? I hope not, because I guess I must really like doing it because I just like having those pictures. Anyways, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did on the last one with the parchment paper and the heat press, and make sure it was all on there. I did go over it with some more Mod Podge. It was bubbling up on me, so I very carefully, once the Mod Podge was dried, just went over it again with my parchment paper and my heat press. But you don't want to have the heat press on the parchment paper too long, or it will stick to that Mod Podge. So I just did it real quickly and was able to get rid of the bubbles. Then I sanded off all the extra there, and then look at these pictures. Oh my goodness, these also came from Temu. Can you tell I was feeling vintagey? Look at the gingerbread one. Oh, I love it. And the snowman. Oh my goodness, I just love these. Look at this girl. Oh, so pretty. Anyways, I just wanted to share these with you. They're Temu. They don't cost very much. But you might even be able to find something similar on Amazon if you don't like Temu. But I'm going to cut out, I found 3 Santa Clauses that I wanted to use. And I know I don't do a lot of Santa Claus things, but these were just, they're so pretty and so vintagey. I just loved them. I love the old world Santas and stuff like that. So I'm just going to use my glue stick there on the back of each of my pictures, and I'm just going to glue one on each sign. And there's the second one. Oh my goodness, I just love it. And then the third one is coming right up too, and look at that one. Oh my goodness, so pretty. And so then once I had all my pictures on there, I'm going to take some of these reed bamboo sticks. I don't remember what they're called, but they are in my Amazon store. I love getting these. They're perfect for doing little framing. But I'm just using my miter shears to cut the angles. If you don't have a pair of these, I suggest getting some. I do have some in my Amazon store as well, I think under tools, but they are amazing. They work so well. But I'm just going to cut angles so that I can make a frame. If you don't have these, you could still do it. You just butt the ends up together instead of making the angles. But I'm just going to cut them all down, and I'm using my pencil to mark where to cut. And then after that, I'm just going to use my, guess what, Type Bond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue. Oh my goodness, it's getting so late, I almost forgot what it was called. Anyways, I say it all the time. I am going to use that to glue these in place. Now, what's good about using this versus hot glue is you can move those around because it doesn't completely set by the time you're done. So you can move them around to make sure that you have everything even and not crooked, because at first it was a little crooked there, but I just kind of, moved them around until I had them looking straight. And you'll see me just kind of moving around here. I did wipe off the excess glue that was on top there, but I just love these. Anyways, as I was gluing them, I realized, oh my goodness, I told my granddaughter, look what I did. I forgot to paint these before I put them on. So I very carefully took a small paintbrush and just very carefully painted each one of them with that metallic gold paint. And so once I had them all dry, then I laid them together. I turned them upside down, laid them together, and I grabbed some large craft sticks from Walmart, and I'm going to glue them over the seams there to hold them all together. And I'm using wood glue and hot glue, if I didn't say that already. I don't know. I'm getting so tired and loopy. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I took some gold cord that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I just wanted to cover the seams with it just to kind of dress it up a little bit more. And oh my goodness, you guys, I just love this. Oh, my decor is not vintagey, but I might have to change it. I don't know. I just love this so much. Anyways, after that, I took some more of that gold cord, and I'm just using my stapler to staple it in place for a hanger. And that's all there was. It's simple, but I just think they're beautiful. They're just so vintagey and beautiful. I hope you guys are feeling the vintage vibe too and enjoying this. You'll have to let me know in the comment box below. Okay, so while I was crafting, my granddaughter tucked Oliver in his little bed. I had to show you guys that. It was so sweet. And then later he got up and laid back down, and then she had to make sure his little favorite toy was laying right next to him. It was the cutest thing. Okay, DIY number 4. And his favorite toy, I cannot find it anymore anywhere at the stores, and it's falling apart, and I feel so bad, but he loves that toy. Anyways, I took this block from Dollar Tree, painted it with Waverly chalk paint in the color black, took that candlestick and the finial and painted it with that metallic gold. Both those came from Hobby Lobby. Then I took this Chalk Couture transfer. It's called Holiday Stamps, and I cut out the one that I wanted. That took me a while to figure out which one I wanted to use too, because I was loving all of them. And these are new this year, and this is the first time I'm using it, so I'm fuzzing it. If you don't know about Chalk Couture, it is a self-adhesive silkscreen transfer or stencil, and we fuzz it the first time we use it so that it doesn't pull up the paint when we pull up the stencil. And so I'm just using my shimmer gold here, and I'm just going to go over it. And I'm just going to go over this whole thing. I'm not going to do any other color other than the gold. And I think I'm just kind of feeling that wood round that I made here recently with the black and the gold, and I just thought this would work perfect for what I'm doing today. But yeah, it would be pretty with white, it would be pretty with green, it'd be pretty anyway. Anyways, I'm gonna finish that and pull this up. Look how beautiful that is. I went and washed that out, and then when I was done, I cut down some more of those bamboo sticks, and I'm going to paint them with my metallic gold paint. And then I'm just going to do the same thing like I did on the last DIY. I'm just going to glue each one of those in place, but I'm not going to make you watch me do all of that because you've already seen me do it. So once I have them all in place, I am just going to glue my candles. No, this is the finial. Now the finial does have a little longer piece on the end, and I took my miter shears. I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and I cut it off. But when you use the miter shears to cut those, you don't want it, you want to bring it up on your blade, not all the way down. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I glued it onto the candlestick as well. I'm going to take some more of these cedar picks and glue them in place. I kind of cut the cedar picks down. I had some of this ribbon. I've had this forever, and I thought, oh, this would work good. And so I'm just going to make a bow out of that as well. It's not very Christmassy, but you know what? It's black and gold, and I thought it would match perfectly. But I'm just going to glue that right where the cedar picks meet. But I guess I'm going to dovetail them first. And then I'm going to hot glue it. And after I had that done, I decided to add a few little pine cones by my bow. And look, I dropped it right on there. I was like, oh my goodness, what a mess. Anyways, once I got all that glue peeled off, there it is. I think it's really simple, very sweet. And yeah, you have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, DIY number 5. This is the final one, you guys. I got 5 done. Can you believe it? I'm going to take this tray from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it front and back with my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I took some paper from this paper pack that I've had for a few years. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to take that paper and I'm just going to use my fingers to just kind of crease where the edge is, and then I'm going to use my scissors to cut it out. And then I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the inside part of my tray. And after it's all covered so that you can't see my phone and my fan, I was editing this. I'm like, oh my goodness, I hope anyone doesn't, or nobody gets car sick or motion sickness or anything from the fan above. I'm just going to lay my paper on there, and then I'm going to go over it with some more Mod Podge to protect it like normal. And then I decide to do some kind of antiquing, distressing look with my Waverly Antique Wax. Because the item that I'm going to put on it is oldish looking, and I wanted it to kind of match. I didn't want it to be bright white. This came from Walmart 2 years ago, and I don't know if they still have them, but you could always recreate this by making it your own and using whatever little plaque or picture that you want to use. So I'm trying to remove that stick, or the, what is it called? The post? Yeah. And I couldn't get it with my paint scraper or my heat press. So I just bent that up, and then I just started wiggling it, and that's what did it. The wiggle did it. That sounded funny. Anyways, I'm just going to hot glue this braided cord. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's in the ribbon section near the wedding area. And I'm just going to glue that all the way around. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do this, but I do love the way this came out. I took some of that Dollar Tree ribbon with the lace on it, and I'm just going to tie a knot around it, just like I do with all my bows. And I'm going to hot glue that to the top to cover that seam. Then I'm going to use my fix-all glue, which you could use like E6000, and I'm going to glue that right in place. That is a metal sign. That's why I'm not using my Titebond glue. And then I added some little berries, and I couldn't find my plate holder, but there it is. You could hang this up if you wanted to add a hanger to the back, or do a stand, a plate stand, but I just love it. Okay, here is your final reveal. I hope you enjoyed this vintage Christmas DIY video. I love these, and hey, if anyone is interested in buying any of my stuff, email me. I got to get rid of it. I don't know how to sell it or where to sell it, so I just thought, you know what, if anybody wants to buy any of this, just email me and we'll work something out, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will be back again on Thursday with another video. So I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.